Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel, Convos and Moments with Chanel. So today I'm going to be doing a stuffing to my house related binder. And I'm also going to be giving some explanation into how I do my particular budget. Because if you look at my videos and my playlist, you will see that I don't necessarily look at a specific budget list and you see me stuff each and every bill. And that's because I do a combination of cash stuffing for certain categories of my bills, but for the most part, most of my bills are on auto pay. I know some cash stuffers, they get their money from the bank, they do their video, then they bring it back to the bank. I'm sorry, just for me, because I have a lot of stuff on my plate. As far as the companies I run, and then also I do my mother's bills. I just cannot handle mentally to just get money from the bank to put it back in just to do a video. That's just me. No disrespect to anybody else, but for me and my lane that I'm in, I just function better by letting my money stay in the account. Now, when I say stay in the account, I'm talking about my checking account. And one of the tips that I like to give is if you are a person who splurges or you wind up spending your bill money or you are scared to spend your bill money, what you want to do is you want to have an account where you just put your bill money. And for me, that's my checking account. Now, once I do my budget, because I do a budget, I just don't do a breakdown every week because my budget is basically templated and it works perfect for me. But basically what I do is I leave all my money in my checking account, and that's called my bill payment account. Now, whatever money I have, once I do my budget for that week or for the month, if I have spending money or money that I'm going to put in other categories, I will automatically withdraw that money, or I will transfer it to my prepaid card. And I do that because back in the day, like say if I had $500 in my checking account, so a bill would be like 250, and I'm like, why is an extra 250 in there if the bill was only 250 but the balance is 500? I was starting to confuse myself because I'm like, why is there extra money? Then when I withdraw the money out, I'm like, oh, because that bill. So I have this whole system going for myself, and it works for me. And what works best for me is basically doing my budget. Whatever money is going to stay in for the bills, it stays in there. And I cash stuff specific ones that are not auto pay. And I also cash stuff my challenges. So to show an example of that, I'm basically going to talk about my Hulu bill. Now, my Hulu bill is $8 a month. That's a subscription I have. So basically, sometimes when money allows, or depending on the amount, I will pay bills ahead of time. Sometimes that could be 1 month ahead, 3 months ahead, 6 months ahead. So basically, I said my Hulu bill is $8. So that's the bill we're going to be concentrating on. So basically, I had some extra money after doing shopping. Now, my bill for the subscription is $8 a month. I had an extra $40, so I said, you know what? Let's start paying some bills ahead again, because basically I had paid it up for 6 months in December or January, and now in June, it's now the last payment. So I basically want to restuff again to keep it ahead. So let's see what we're working with and make sure we have that $40 because it's $8 a month. And if it's $8 a month and I have $40, that means I can pay this bill ahead 5 months. So sometimes it's like, wow, a bill is paid ahead, but it just depends on the amount. This bill is only $8 a month, so $40 is nothing. So let's make sure we got 40. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We got our $40. Now, the next mystery question: why the heck does she got money with stickers, and why does that money look fake? The reason being, after I had money and I spent it wherever I spent it, my leftover $40, I deposited into my checking account. So it's now in my bill pay account. So the money is already there, and Hulu is auto pay. But When I do my envelopes, I need something to represent and show me, like, Chanel, you got $40 in the bank. And the way I do that is by using prop money. I use prop money for two reasons. Number one, for safety. And number two, to still show me that money is in the account. So this is $40. $8 times 5 is 40. So I'm going to be able to pay my Hulu bill for 5 months. I'm going to put that money in this envelope. That take care of that. And what I also like to do, even though the prop money already represents that is cash inside my bill pay account, I like to put an extra little reminder. And plus it makes me happy in bill account. It lets me know that I paid this particular bill ahead and it's in the bill account. So I'll put that in there. Now, we need to account for this money in the account. Now, I'm going to show you an actual template of how my budget goes. And if you're not familiar, please visit my website, www.keepcalm-chanel.com, and click on the Keep Calm with Simplicity link. You will see my information for my budget binders where I have templates and different things regarding a whole budget kit. But basically, it houses a lot of my stuff, but I'm just going to take out my budget sheet. And also, you don't have to get a whole kit. You can actually just get the templates. So this is what I was talking about. I know some people, they like to switch in and out of their notebooks and write their notes and stuff, which I have my notebook too. But my thing is, I don't like a lot of clutter when I'm doing things. So I know some people, they have the books, they're flipping, going from the front to the back. I'm sorry. For me to function, I need mines in the ring setting of a book, and I like to just take whatever sheets I'm working on at that time. I like to take them out and work on them. I don't like a lot of clutter, and I also don't like going back and forth because I can get frustrated. That's just me. But to each their own. You always hear me say to each their own and in your own lane, because I believe everybody's situation is different and we all have to do things different. Now, as far as templates, you can even get your own template on for free on Canva, but me, I had to develop my own that works for me. I like seeing a snapshot of the whole month, and I like to see 2 months at a time, and I like to see it broken down by week. Now you will also see I also make a key. Basically, if you see pink highlighter, that means in envelope, yellow highlighter in online account, and then if you see like a little dot in pencil or pen, that just means that that bill is auto pay. So basically this is going to be starting for July. We're still in June, so I didn't fill in all my bills yet, and they reach all the way to the bottom. Being an adult is no joke. I went to go speak at a career day, and when I mean I was telling them kids to enjoy your money while you can, because nothing comes after your money more than a bill as soon as you get paid. So this is for July, so I'm just going to pre-fill just for the purposes of this video. But when I do my actual budget, I will have this whole row completed. So basically, like I was explaining, Hulu, that's one of my bills. And this 3 represents that they usually draft that amount out of my account by the 3rd of each month. Now, this is another important thing, because a lot of times, even when I'm in the budget groups or just speaking to people in general, they say, oh, I don't understand how I didn't pay something on time. Literally, like, the only way I cannot pay something on time is if my money was funny that week or that month, or I just disregarded it. When you do your budget and you plug in your correct amount with the correct due date, it's like you can do no wrong. All you have to do is plug in your correct amount with the correct due date and make sure it matches your pay date. So basically, the Hulu is $8 a month. It's due the 3rd of the month. So if it's due the 3rd of the month, I need to pay it the first week, which falls in the 1 to 8 column. So what I'm going to do is the 1 to 8 column, I'm going to put 8. Now, because it's in the online account, I'm going to put this highlight in yellow. Now, because I'm paying this bill ahead, I'm basically going to put that 5 times, because remember I said $40 was my allotted amount. It's $8 a month. That means I can pay my Hulu bill for 5 months. So basically, I'm going to fill in that 8 with the yellow highlighter 5 times. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then sometimes it's just baby steps, because this is one bill that's paid ahead for 5 months. So if I had extra money or whatever the case may be, I'm going to actually pay another bill for a couple of months. And that's how you do it. It's all about chiseling. Some people can do stuff all at once. Some people got to chisel. It's okay. Everybody is in their own lane and everybody has different circumstances. Some people have help with their bills. Some people have a partner. Some people have kids. Some people don't have kids. Like, you have to put yourself in your own lane, because everybody's situation is different. We cannot compare ourselves when everything is just so different. So that's the explanation of that. And then when I look inside my budget binder and I start going through my months, I can already tell I'm paid ahead for Hulu for 1 month in July, 1 month in August, 1 month in September, 1 month in October. Then when November hits, I get my warning sign. I see it's no highlighted 8 over there, so I know it's time to basically re-up on paying ahead. So that's how I do my budget. I like to have this breakdown. And also, if you are interested, you could check on my website. It's only $10. You get to print it off unlimited times. It's now yours. So check that out. Or you could get my whole budget binder kit. It's $60, free shipping in the US. I'm in New York. You get budget templates for your budget. You get debt trackers. You get a monthly calendar, but in a 12-month view, because I'm all about convenience. I'm a person, sometimes I have so much stuff on my plate, or my motto is, I know a lot of people say work harder, but I really want to work smarter. So for me, when it comes down to budgeting and just playing with numbers, making sure stuff line up, I need everything as convenient and as fast as possible. So I basically need my stuff in book form where I can take out the pages so I'm not flipping back and forth. I need to have organizational pockets. I need to have my trackers. I need to have a budget sheet. A lot of times people are talking about, oh, I was doing my budget, or actually I don't really have one written down and I want to know how much should I contribute to this particular category. And my main question is, how do you know what you can contribute to a category and you don't even know how much money you're going to have left? You have to have a budget before you start talking about percentages and how much should I put to my savings. You might not be able to put nothing to your savings if you got 4 or 5 debts. So people have to really look into these things. And I hope people get a better grip on having an actual budget, because you need it. So make sure you check out and make sure you get a budget in place, because it really helps. Because how could you say, I'm going to put this much towards something, and you don't even know if all your bills are covered yet? Sometimes I look at videos and they could be stuffing their rent. Now, I don't know how much their rent is, but if you're stuffing under $20, sometimes that doesn't seem realistic to me. It seems like some people might just be trying to do a stuffing video and they say, I'm going to put $20 towards it. Now, I could be jumping to conclusions. And the way sometimes budgets work out is maybe the first week of the month you have less bills by that due date. So maybe you can put $500 towards your rent the first week, and then maybe the second week you put $20. But it just seems like people are doing a lot of things not in a realistic way. And I just feel you have to have your budget in place, because if you have a budget in place, it's going to answer so many questions for you. It's going to let you know where you're spending too much. It's going to know where you're spending too little. It's going to know if you need to get another job, if you need to cut back on things. It's going to let you know if you can actually contribute 30% to your savings or emergency account. A budget is going to give you all those answers, and it's going to give you a little fear, and it's going to give you a little anger, because depending on how your numbers add up, it's always not the ideal situation. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people are just living to pay bills. But that's why you need to gauge your budget and see where you need to make improvements, cut back, get help, etc. So I just want to stress that point. Please have a budget in place, because that lets you know where your money is going and how you need to tell your money to go to different categories. You have to have a budget. It tells you so much. But anyway, y'all, I want to thank y'all for visiting my channel. My next video is going to be on a breakdown of what I have in each of my binders. I have a total of 6, so I'm just basically going to go through all 6 of them and just give like a flip through of my categories. All right, y'all. Thank you for visiting my channel. Happy budgeting.